Please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful way. That means follow the rules, speak and act responsibly, and show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, the officials and coaches, the administrators and authority figures, and of course, your team and opponents. Let's make today's contest great by remembering to respect the game. Thank you. The officials assigned to this contest have been selected and assigned according to the procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The officials are center referee Stephen Valentine, assistant referees Bill Pattinson and Mike Lissy. And now let's meet the teams. First, the reserve players for Warren Cardinal High School. Number 36, Caden Reed. Number 34, Nicoletta Bidos. Number 33, Elena Bidos. Number 31, McKenna Murphy. Number 12, Alexis Rogers. Number 11, Emma Riley. Number 7, Abby Bunga. Number 25, Emily Dressler. Now the starting lineup for Warren Cardinal High School. Number 24, Natalie James. Number 4, Rosie Wargan. Number 22, Leah Jones. Number 5, Alexis Carter. Number 3, Hannah Brown. Number 10, Haley Brown. Number 18, Cadence Post. Captain, number 5, Sophie Gardner. Captain, number 15, Sam Stanton. Captain, number 9, Len Roy. Captain, number 17, Madeline Zafar. Now the reserve players for Ursuline High School. Number 30, number 28, Ebony Neal. Number 6, Leah Marty. Number 30, Elizabeth Klein. Number 34, Olivia Warman. Number 31, Mariah Rivera. Number 33, Jasmine DeMay. Number 35, Sarah Dell. Number 32, Rochelle Cromartie. Number 21, Gabrielle Cromartie. Number 20, Sophia Cody. Number 17, Lily Durkin. Number 11, Elena Shaheen. Number 3, Delaney Blackshear. Number 18, Emily Wheel. Number 12, Aiden Conhave. And number 2, Olivia Hogan. And now the starting lineup for Ursuline High School. Number 24, Jordan Miller. Number 7, Carly Casey. Number 1, goalkeeper, T.G. Rogers. Number 25, Marina Belisa. Number 26, Lily Scott. Number 16, Captain Meredith Gray. Number 5, Catherine Creighton. Number 23, Maria Shaheen. Number 13, Captain Olivia Pahala. Number 4, Maria Facilla. And number 14, Marissa Fiorina. We live in a great country with freedoms like no other. To honor America and in respect for all who have served this great country to defend our freedoms, you're invited to stand and sing our national anthem.
right, hello and welcome to the Steel Valley Soccer Girls Game of the Week between the Ursuline Irish and the Warren Harding Raiders. Game got started a little bit later than they had on the website, so we are here late tonight, starting at 8 o'clock. It's probably a little bit after that. Harding comes in with a 3-6-1 record, while Ursuline is 8-4. Ursuline had a really hot start to the season, going 7-1, ranking all the way up at number 3rd on our top 5. And then after about 2 or 3 losses there, had to come off of it. Talking to Coach Roy Schmidt before the game, he said he had some injuries and a possible suspension player. So they are at full strength. They had a really good game against Marlington, a 2-1 win last, and they look to put some points on the board. On the opposite side, you have Harding, who has been very competitive and done a fantastic job in getting in games. One of their highlight games this year was a 1-1 tie with Niles. So they're going to look to shut down the scores for the Irish, and it's going to be an exciting 80 minutes of soccer. It's a little bit chilly out here on the north side of downtown Youngstown. We have cameraman Chris Platten and our producer Jerry, who will remain nameless for her last name. She's shot. So, Harding is led by Sophie Gardner with 5 goals and 4 assists. She's going to look to get on the scoreboard early and set the tone for today. Whereas Ursuline, a famous name in the Ursuline soccer community, Maria Facillo with 14 goals and 5 assists, happens to be one of the players on our players to watch. So it should be an interesting matchup of good defense and lots of goal scoring today. When these two teams met last year, it was a 1-1 tie, so both teams looking to get on the winning column. And before that, it was 3 consecutive 4-1 wins for Ursuline, so that's going to be my prediction for the game is 4-1, just based off of history. Definitely not the start you wanted if you're the Irish. Both teams battling in the far corner. It's interesting to ask and talk to the coaches before the game because for the most part, you would expect them to say similar things. The game is simplified, and to be able to help out your team, you keep it as simple as possible. But both coaches have opposing styles today, where Ursuline's Coach Schmidt wants to get the ball out wide and work on wing play, and Coach Brown wants to keep it more narrow and keep it down the center and control the middle. Picked by the goalkeeper, James. Ursuline playing the way they face, trying to keep it under 2 touch, which is nicely done. Coach Roy has been around for 15 years, maybe? If not something close to that. Yes, offsides. I believe that's Maria Facillo trying to get on the board, a little anxious, getting behind the defensive line. Okay, they get up. This is the first start, and just wide for the Irish. That looks to be what you want to do there. And out line, that's Fiorni, who I will probably switch the pronunciation throughout the game. Ball comes across into the middle. It looks to be Puhala, number 13. Trying to win the 50-50. Comes back to Harding player and the outside defender. Yeah, new coach wouldn't like that one. Not a lot of pressure around her, just kind of boots it out of bounds for the goal kick. Looks to be a throw-in for the Irish. And ball out of bounds. Throw-in for the Raiders. Looks like this high pressure from Ursuline is kind of getting to him. Good control in the middle. That's a good pass to find out, but possibly through the legs. Pressured. Nice throw in. Good flick on. Here comes Lily Scott pressuring that ball up. Coach said she'd pressure a lot up in the front. Looks like Harding's out in a 4-4-2 or a 3-5-2, and it's disguised right now. Ursuline looking for the give and go, seemed to lose it. But high intensity, high pressure, that's what you want to see as a coach, because a lot of mistakes, like just right there. And nice ball across, all the way through. The ball is still out and about. Here comes a shot from the top of the 18. On frame and Meg the keeper. Unfortunate for Natalie James, but that was a tough one to see.
Number 13, Olivia Puhala.
We get our first goal 7 minutes into the game. That's the start you want if you're Ursuline. High pressure creates a goal. Harding looking to play the ball around and keep possession. Throw in for the Irish on the far side. While the ball's out, let's take a look at our sponsors. We have Armstrong Cable, Packard Thomas, Bodine Perry, Albaco, Metals, Meyer Store, and Robert Fusco and Allstate Insurance. Free kick for the Irish. Exit. On a night like tonight, the ball can definitely get slippery, and that was a nice shot on goal Good save by Natalie James. Yeah, getting a little handsy there. Ref wants to keep things under control early. That's going to be a tough ball to get to, but it's going to skip to the goalie harmlessly. Looks to play to an outside wing. Nice control. I believe that's Brown, number 3 on the far side. Hard to tell numbers at the moment. She's just offsides. Good call by the AR. So far, the series between these two teams, Ursuline has the advantage, winning 4 games, losing 2, and tying 1, outscoring the Raiders 17-7 in their games. The key for Harding was to keep a shutout, because the 2 times they did, they got wins, but that has gone out the window early in the game today. Gently batted away, throwing for the Irish. Trying to get it across. Looks like it's off some people, but nicely done to keep it from going out for a corner kick. Center defender for the Raiders. They got to switch this field if they're going to get a shot on goal, and that's a tough one coming across out for a goal kick. Both teams look like they've got full benches today. If I'm not mistaken, the Irish are sporting 30 players on the varsity roster today. Could be varsity and JV combined, and they're just sitting on the bench, which would be nice camaraderie, but you never know. Oop, that's a foul. And nothing in it after the foul. Sometimes you get some people that get mad that they get fouled and want to take it personal. Nothing in that one. Both players know it's just a hard foul. Let's get back up and a lot of game to be played. Looks like Ursuline's coming in with the first sub, Lily Durkin on the line. Not coming in yet, though. And now she does. Yeah, we had a nice little discussion before the game. We got here a little bit early. We were able to go to the MVR and have a nice dinner. Some good pizza and some greens and potatoes. The nice people at MVR do a good job. Ball back in, controlled by the Raiders. But lost again. And out of bounds, throwing Raiders. This could be a dangerous ball until it got a little momentum. She could have picked it up, but she chose to give it, you guessed it, Das Boot. Looks like possibly some of the boys' team here being ball boys. You like to see that. That's a nice touch by Ursuline. Ball coming in. She is on sides. Ball skips out perfectly for her if she can get it across. It looked like there might have been a little contact, but referee is right on top of it. Had nothing to say for it. Now, as the Raiders have shifted the defenders over, they look to be playing a possible stop or sweep. With that player just getting deep, or maybe their lines are just out of sync for right now. But they are showing a lot of space over here on the near side. Looks to be a free kick for the Raiders in a dangerous position. Sounds to be some confusion from the Irish. Nice shot just over top. Looks like one of the center defenders came up to take that. Okay. Nice trap. That looks like number 18, Caden's host. Nice play back to Natalie James. See what she does with it. Pick out a player. Oh, she could have let that go if she got called off. Speaking of off, that looks to be Lily Scott called offside in the center of the field. That's looking tough for the Raiders. When Ursuline gets up, they get up in numbers, and they seem to be very anxious to get the ball. A couple of quick passes, and they can pass around that. I don't know if it's called a trap, but just playing a little bit higher than usual. You want to win the 50-50, but also the secondary ball that comes with it. Raiders with the throw, get it in quickly. They got some space too also on the offside. Turns kept in. Oh. It might be a slick spot over there in the field, or someone just losing their footing. Good win. Does she keep it in? She does. And I have noticed in some of the games, it's just hard to put the brakes on when you commit to a spot, and there's some collisions that aren't necessarily a foul, but just a coming together of players. And good no call there by the referee. It's a ball in a dangerous area. If it can't be cleared, it could be trouble for the Irish. Raiders have it on their foot. Still not cleared yet totally. Now it is in possession. This is going to be dangerous if it gets through. And it does. It's a foot race between the two players here. Wow. That's a tough sell. You sprinted 50 yards and you're just about out of energy, and the ball's slick and you have a bad angle and you hear people coming on behind you. You might think, oh, it's a breakaway, but no, that's a lot of things go through your mind before you put your foot to the ball. Tried to give it to us, Boot. Controlled with speed. Oh, got the ball, but also got a little bit of player. That's a great cross. That's a great touch. That's a great job of getting the ball on the outside of her foot. I know I need to look up a thesaurus and get a different word for great right now, but that's a good play. Here we go. If you're a Raiders fan, this is the ball you want. If she can get it across, this could be something special. She's probably going to want to get back to her strong right foot, get it in. That's a tough one there. Smart decision not to play the first ball. Get it in across. If she can get it, she's got to drop. Keeper watches it go over the line for a goal kick. Sub coming in for the Raiders. That's number 20. Who is not on the roster as number 20. Probably somebody whose number is something different. Yes, Captain Obvious, for sure. Das Boot kicked up. Probably going to roll off for a goal kick. But a lot of effort put in by both the defensive and offensive player. Defensive player in the back for Harding. That looks to be number 9. Ren Rohr. I believe she was the one who came up for the free kick as well. Aggressive play by the Irish. Throw in for the Raiders. Nice control, good find. Almost something special there. For our viewers at home, we are in the works of making our All-Star Showcase. It's looking like either November 6th or November 13th, a Sunday, and venue to be determined. We're in between a couple places right now. So we will have 56 of your top area players playing against each other in front of fans, friends, family, and also some area college coaches. 106 have been contacted, gauge their interest, and we'll get more on the list to see if they can make it to the game. And look at this run here. Good turn, just that split-second decision you got to make a little quicker if you want it, but aggressive way to get it back. That's what you want to see in one of your better players on the field. They say if your hardest worker is also your best skill player, your team's going to have a good season. There's that they again. Yeah, got to go to it. That's probably going to roll out. It does. Now, there's certain runs I'm sure players have to make, or else coaches will get in their ear. But there's ones that you don't want to make. Like that one, you can kind of gauge that it's going out and just leave it alone. Let's see. Way to pick out one of their players right in between a couple of Irish defenders and out for a Raiders throw. Oh, ball's getting a little slippery out here late at night at YSU's Farmers Field. Yeah, if they turn and get a big switch, she's open, and they do. That's a tough one. She had the time and space, and now she's got it. She's passed. She's looking to pick out a player. One and not exactly cleared, but still in possession of the Raiders. Smart decision to play it back. Cleared out. Ursuline still has it in their attacking third. Ball gets through. James with the save. James comes into the game with 41 saves on the season. Probably has about 1 or 2 already in the game. Halfway through the first half here, 1-0 off a shot that happened to go through the keeper's arms. Unfortunate, but a slick ball creates slick conditions. Ursuline excited to have the 1-0 lead. Mr. Fiorini, that sounds about right. Nice shot. Coaches seem to instructed his players to keep the ball low. And we have dueling 11s going in for either team at the next dead ball. That's Emma Riley for the Raiders. And Alina Shaheen for the Irish. Ball comes across, dangerous play, chops it back. That's the right thought, that's the right speed of play. Just got to get a better foot on that one. Nicely done, though. So far, Ursuline with about 5 or 6 shots, a couple on goal, one that went in. And the Raiders, I don't believe, have a shot on goal, but they do have a shot from the free kick that just went over the bar. Nicely done and controlled. But in a dangerous, yeah. It's an aggressive play, but that is a foul. Ren Roar with the kick. Gets all the way through. That'd be Tiggy Rogers. Called into action for the Irish. I think both teams are going to have a tough time playing long ball with this slick surface today. Got to get a proper pace. Maybe some controlled passes around too. Sub coming in, that's number 6. Alexis Carter. Coming in for Ren Roar. It's tough when you come in as a defender and called right into action off the break. Today's game also brought to you by the word tough. I must have said it at least 15 times. We'll start to market a Steel Valley Soccer thesaurus with words like Das Boot, Top Net, They, all the cliches I like to use. Meantime, out of bounds for a goal kick. Natalie James on top of things. As you look around at some of these players, you see a lot of colorful shoes today. Years and years ago, players can think about 30 years ago, you had 2 colors, white and black. Those are the only ones you can get, and if some special occasion happened, you'd have a red pair of shoes. But today, they're all different kinds of sizes and colors going in there. I've seen in different sports, like in basketball, they have a team shoe. I think I've ever had a team shoe for soccer. Everyone wearing the exact same one. Because with the colorful ones, it's easier to pick up for us and for defenders. If everyone was wearing the same, maybe it's a little bit trickier. Maybe I'm losing my mind this late in the night, but here we are. A little over 13 minutes left to go. We have lucked out with no rain tonight in the forecast for the game. Woo. Player on the side. Nicely done, nicely controlled. Almost. Number 3, Hannah Brown, unable to track that one down. Oh, that's another foul going through the back of the player. That was Delaney Blackshear with the foul. It's a great ball if someone can get to the end of it. No one wearing through that one, but goalkeeper Rogers has it in her hands. I always used to tell our players that on a cold, rainy night like this, a semi-rainy night, that you have to play a little more direct. Playing in a space, that ball's going to go a little bit more than you want it to. So instead of running up into space and playing the long ball, you turn and face, and ball comes to feet, and it's easier to control for your team. We have a little bit of everything here tonight. She's going to turn outside. No, plays it back. Gives it Das Boot. Nicely done by the Harding player on the far side. See, one. Couldn't control it. Just lets it go for a goal kick. Subs coming in. Looks like number 7 and number 18. That would be Cadence Host and Abby Bungard. She controls it. Can she find a teammate? Again, I feel like the majority of the game is them trying to play a through ball and it just going out for a goal kick. Number 4 coming in. That's Rosie Wargo. Goal kick short. Looking to play some possession. 3 passes in a row. 4 passes in a row. Can we get to the infamous 5 passes? Yes, we can. 5 passes in a row. This looks to be a good play. Everybody's on side. Impressive turn by the Ursuline defender. Quick to get it off. She can get a quick 2-touch and try to play him a little more direct. Not much you could do there as a defender. Nicely done. That's number 9, Rin Rauer. You hear the coaches calling out numbers for positions, 8, 9, and 10. Coming in, I believe that's number 16. No number 16. Nicely done. That's a great ball. If you notice, the outside mid was already running and it was easy to put a ball on target instead of hitting it and hoping they can get a sprint onto it. Ursuline's starting to make some of the adjustments here with under 10 minutes left to go in the first half. And if she can stay on side, if she checks 2, she's got a better chance up top. There. Oh, almost unlucky for the Raiders, as I believe that's Facillo's shot caroms into the keeper. Have to go. Hey, I've seen a lot of that lately this year. Players just allowing the attacker with the ball to turn and have a lot of space to do things. Because every time I was taught was, hey, don't let them turn, make them face in the opposite direction of where they want to go, and make them play the ball backwards. She has her if she's running. There it is. Just not enough to get over top. They eventually find her. Looks to be a target player here on the outside. Is that Marissa Fiorini? That's going to trip me up all day. Good work by the ball boys here at Ursuline. It's like Meredith Gray for the Irish in defense, keeping the ball above grade. A little bit of space and some time. And Maria just a foot offsides. As a former forward, the toughest thing to do is know that you got to get there and they're going to play a tough ball. Some of the coaches that I had through my experience in life tell you to kind of run across to keep your momentum across parallel with the center line. And then as soon as they play it, you duck in. Ursuline throw. Still 1-0. Just about over 5 minutes left to go. You have someone if you can get there, but that's a fantastic ball if that was to be determined to be on purpose there. Plays it across. Nicely done. Going out for a throw-in. Now you know you're getting late in the season when you look to see what the temperature is outside and it says 53 in September. We have just about 2 more weeks left after the current one, and then it's playoff time. It's also awards time where we're going to announce our finalists and our last couple versions of players to watch, so keep on the lookout for that. A lot of teams are going to be looking to get into playoff form to make a run at district, region, and then state. For each year for the past 3 years, we've had at least one team playing in a state championship. Yeah, they're definitely going to stop the clock on this one. With 4.5 minutes left to go. We've got a Raiders player down, got hit in the head. Now, some people I talk to like the cold weather. Some people I talk to say they prefer 90 degrees and sweaty. Either way, this has been a good game so far. A lot of challenging passes. The 22-10 set to come in for the Raiders. That's Haley Brown, number 10, and Mia Jones, number 22.
Make sure you got that slimming lens.
AR giving us some advice here today. With the break in the action, let's take a look again at our sponsors. We have Armstrong Cable, one of our only silver level sponsors, mind you. We have Meyer Stores, Albaco Metals, Allstate Insurance with Robert Fusco, Packard Thomas, and Bodine Perry. We want to thank those sponsors and people who are looking to be a sponsor and help us out. You think we do a good enough job that you want to donate and be a sponsor? Check our website. Our contact information is there. Email us, message us on Twitter or Instagram. good to see the player up and well. Referee gives her a check out to see if... usually they check to see if there's any head trauma, if anything that they can notice out of the ordinary. Give her just like a brief evaluation, I guess. Okay. There seems to be some confusion on the bench. Looks like she may not be able to come back onto the field at all. It being a head injury, I think that's be something the coaches will have to talk to her and the coaching staff for the Raiders at halftime. In the meantime, they get a free kick. Rinroar set to take it from just 5 or 10 yards into her half. 5 yards more likely. Plays it up, looking to get a skip up over a player. They keep possession. It's a nice turn. Got 2 people open if she can get it. Well done by the Raiders defense. Excuse me. Playing around, looking for feet. Well done. It's just tough to get your foot around on the ball when there's 2 people pressuring you. Even if you're not getting the ball, the pressure you put on will definitely affect the play in front of you. Prime example right there. The more pressure you have on someone, the more apt they are to make a mistake. Ooh, good step, because if she didn't get there, could have been bad. Free kick for the Raiders. Well done by the referee. Keep advantage going until they lost the ball. You get that 3 to 5 seconds. Because if something amazingly well goes for you, amazingly good goes for you, you wouldn't want the referee calling it back. That is a great ball coming in. They win at the first one. If she can get on the outside of her. Oh no. The deflection off the player could have went into the back and that fell just wide. Great turn by, it looks like Meredith Gray. Meredith Gray. Wasn't that the character on Grey's Anatomy? All right, I'm not losing my mind. Great flick on by Facillo. Good one too. Seems to be a cluster of their players here that are happy to have the ball at their foot. Just under 2 minutes now. Ball stays in. You know she's not going to want to go outside with it. Smart decision, get out of the way by the Irish. That's what you want to teach your kids, that anytime the defender's running back, 99 out of 100 times, they're going to push the ball to the outside and try to get it up the line. And if you know that, you can predict where the ball's going to go. You can defend it a little bit better. So while we are playing on the field, on the sideline, injured players getting evaluated seems to be good signs. More than likely she'll be coming in the second half because we have under a minute left to go in the first. But that's definitely a foul on the Irish player. I believe that's Lily Scott. Plays a little bit aggressive, but that's good. Other than a free kick here in their defensive third, you get unlimited fouls for the most part. Irish looking to put another one on the board in the last couple seconds. We've seen that plenty of times at the Boardman game against Poland. 28 seconds.
9, 8, 7.
Doesn't look like it's going to happen now. So going into halftime, Ursuline 1, Harding 0. Stay tuned for the second half. All right, welcome back to the second half here. YSU, Farmers Bank Field. 1-0. Ursuline is up on a goal that just happened to skirt through the defense. So, teams are switching sides. A little pep talk by the coach. As we get started in the second half, we got to start thinking about player of the game. Is our player of the game going to come from one team or the other? It's up 1-0. So the advantage has to go to Ursuline for now. Is it the goal scorer? Is it the people controlling the middle? Game starts, clock starts. High pressure by the Irish. Looking for the Raiders to make a mistake. They do. They get the ball back. They play it up. Skips up. The ball boy having a race with the outside mid. Pressure in one. Throw in for the Raiders. I believe that's Rin Roar. I lied. It's a throw in for the Irish. Ooh. She's got a drop just inside the 18. Just off the target. That's got a lot of trust in your keeper to be able to play a ball at that pace. Incidental, but called anyway. Looks like they're holding the line. Plays it. Quite the boot. You can hear Coach Brown yelling. It seems like he's yelling, I believe that is his daughter, possibly. Both with the last name Brown. Nice turn. Nice ball played in, outside mid, still on her horse. Seems to be favoring her left knee. I'm not quite sure what she was thinking there. Maybe she thought the ball was out or the black lines were the ones being played. Great trap by our AR, Mr. Lisi. That is a well-weighted ball, but a lot of speed coming through. Rin Roar. Ursuline with the attack on the left side. They get it across into the middle. It falls through to Lily Scott. And she puts one in. 2 minutes into the second half.
Goal, Ursuline, number 26, Lily Scott.
Staying with the play, keeping a high motor. She's able to get the ball into the back of the net.
Let's go! Come on, get it!
We'll try this again. Nice turn. Playing it back to the keeper. Keeper's probably going to give it Das Boot. And over the head. Gently out. Oh. Nicely done by the Irish, getting the ball out. Strong step by Meredith Gray in the back. Number 11, Elena Shaheen, putting some pressure up top. It's a little too much on that ball, out for a goal kick for the Irish. Nice control. If she can get a ball out before everyone's offsides, and she does. Nicely played. Ball on the left side. It looks to be they're trying to pull Rin Roar out of her position. Nice goal, being in the right place at the right time. Was that number
24, Jordan Miller.
Jordan Miller staying in from the far side there, and we have a keeper change for the Raiders. Some scores from around the area. Champion boys team beats Newton Falls 2-1, as their girls team beats Newton Falls in the game earlier. Anybody who's an older person watching this, we got some news that the rapper Coolio has passed away. Things you catch when you check Twitter. Fitch girls 0, Howland girls 1. Again, number 24, Jordan Miller, trying to use her speed along the right side, gets it out for a corner kick. One of our first of the game. I believe we only had maybe one or two earlier. Waterloo girls over Springfield 5-1. Strong kick, plays it out. We'll do it again. Silla with the corner. 50-50. They're looking to clear it. She comes back into the play. If she could turn it up. Takes a left-footed shot just wide. Gets it, looks to control, playing more to feet. Lily Scott using her speed and intensity. I believe that's Facillo playing the ball around. Ursuline has been pretty comfortable in this second half, keeping the ball in Harding's half of the field. Looks like they're playing a 4-4-2. And the Harding Raiders have changed to maybe a 5-3-1. Is that enough players? No. Five, 4-1. There's Scott again, producing a corner kick. Well, it's a corner kick. Let's take a look at some of the scores. Looks like Mineral Ridge boys over Liberty 1-0. Jackson Milton boys 4-2 over Waterloo. Champion over Newton Falls. We said that one already. Crestview girls over Brookfield 5-2. Howland girls over Fitch 1-0. Lakeview girls over South Range 4-1. And right now we have Ursuline 3, Harding 0. They're still not settling for just that amount of score margin. They want to get more on the board. Rinroar has had a nice game today. It's just there's a lot of action down at her end. Ball comes across. It's a nice ball, just outside the range of the attacking player. She can keep her on. Keeper's off her line. It played right into the heart of the defense. Smart play. I believe it's number 22. Oh. It may be down for the game. Favoring that right leg. Yeah, that's Mia Jones. Oh, but it looks like we might be getting a card here. And that... Is that Meredith Gray getting the card? No. That's Olivia Puhala. Free kick. Rinroar going to take it. Got more than enough legs. Is it going to skip off? Not on target, just wide. If the Raiders are going to make a push, they're going to have to start doing some things differently in the last 35 minutes, 30 minutes. That's it. They won the primary ball. Let's see if they can win the secondary. This field's a nice wide field, and Harding's game field is a little bit more narrow, a little bit shorter on either end. Could be affecting the way the ball's being moved by their team. Another Raider player down. Looks like she got the wind knocked out of her, collecting that ball. Oh, we have a lull in the action. Let's thank one last time our sponsors for the games. Armstrong Cable, Albaco Metals. She seems to get up fine. Sorry about that. Allstate Insurance with Robert Fusco, Bodine Perry, Packer Thomas, and Meyer Stores. Thank you for those who sponsored us this year. Clock stops. Just under 30 minutes left to go. It's an interesting call here and what they're going to have them do. I don't think either team really had possession at the time, but given to a team in their half. Throws it in, gets it wide. Could be Haley Brown, number 10. Her and her sister probably get confused for each other a lot. Lily Scott looking outside wide for number 24, Jasmine Demain. I take that back, I'm sorry. Jordan Miller. Oh, that's a great ball. Coach wanted a obstruction call, but the ball was played out before it could be called. The other thing that, again, when I was coaching too, I always wanted that obstruction call as well, but you need a little more contact for that to happen. So if there's really next to no contact, yes, they might be getting in the way, but if your player slows up, not going to get that call. Number 11, Elena Shaheen, battling for the ball. Again, not every bit of contact is a foul. Good no call by the ref. Out of bounds, looks to be Ursuline's throw. Bahala seems to be going back in for the Irish. And number 17, Maddie Joe, going in for the Raiders. Excuse me. Coach Roy Schmidt was talking to us before the game, and he said that Lily Scott has a motor that just doesn't stop. She's proving that today. Something that'll drive a coach crazy, a bad throw-in at the varsity level. Wide. That's an absolute great trap, an absolute great defensive play, pushing the player off the ball legally. Form perfect. Sub coming in. That's number 22, Mia Jones, battling on the ball right now. Ursuline looking to settle instead of just boot it, but out of bounds it goes. Throw in for the Raiders. There's Das Boot. That's a well-weighted ball. Just kicked out, and about 60 yards of land gained by the Raiders through it. That's control. Sometimes you get stuck kind of watching the game, and it's getting pretty good over here in the second half. We got another Raiders player down, getting subbed in. Ooh, that's a foul. Free kick coming. So Rinroar going to take it. She looks to be set up. If she can get it on frame, she'll have a pretty good chance Mia Jones on the backside here. Up and over. Just off frame. We've had ambulances, now a helicopter. Oh, I might have called a foul on that one if I'm the referee. Offside's call. Helicopter right over the field today. It's as low as a helicopter can get, I think, without landing. So far this year, we've had helicopters, eagles' nests. Who's going to win the primary ball here? Looks to be Ursuline. Secondary ball, also Ursuline. Playing it out. Nice weighted ball. If she can get it back across with a two-touch, she's got this. Left-footed. Out of bounds, Ursuline throw. Throwing it in is number 25. That's Maria Bolito. Throws it in again. Nice step by the Irish. She can keep the momentum. She can go right through the defenders. Nicely done by the Irish. Getting it across. No one there. Headed on. Cleared out. A little bit of a dive there by the Ursuline player in the box. It's a physical game, and sometimes you get banged up a little bit going through the ball. Tomorrow, we will be back in action, going to Warren JFK's match when United comes to town. That'll be at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Make sure you tune into our YouTube channel if you're already listening now. Also, at the end of this game, we have a player of the game. I believe we have 3 different goal scorers, if I'm not mistaken. Some good midfield play by the Irish, who seem to be the leaders right now, 3-0. A little bit over 20 minutes left to go. Okay, coming off the field, it looks to be Elena Shaheen, number 11. Calling the sub on, number 10. I believe that is the freshman Brown. Haley Brown. Corner kick comes in from the Irish. Oh, we'll do it again. Ooh, dangerous ball in an area just over the bar. Just over by 15 feet. So the clock has started back up, 3-0, second half. Ursuline was up 1-0 at halftime. Managed to put in 2 in the second half. Lily Scott, near post shot, and a Jordan Miller being at the right place at the right time when a cross came in and putting it away.
Ladies, we need to score. We gotta push high.
Some parents are louder than others, all the way from across the field, checking nationalities of players. It doesn't seem to be like they're yelling either. It just seems to be a very loud voice. I mean, I guess if you have Coach Roy on the opposite side, you have to be a little bit loud, right? I like giving Roy heck for that. Ursuline kind of content with just keeping it in the Harding half and seeing what happens. Taking opportunity shoot and taking corner kicks. It's a good quick turn. Well, look what pressure does. Marissa Farini seems to be changing sides. She was on the left side of the first half. Now she's on the right on this one. Could just be a coincidence. And looking at this goal kick, keeper's looking up, and I don't think there's a single, now it's starting to open up, single person open. But she did find somebody. Is that Mia Jones? I feel like that's a little discerning if you're the defender, then you hear the opposite coach yelling no foul. You know you're going to get hit. Number 2 coming in for the Irish. That's Olivia Pogan. Big throw, looking for Lily Scott. Lily Scott seems to be the focal point of the second half right now. Either on purpose or she's just hustling more than everybody else and is always around the ball. In these situations, you want to try to switch the field, get some space wide. Referee playing advantage. Yellow card comes out. Seems to be down as number 4. No. Can't see the number from here. Even on cold nights, everyone needs their water bottles. Stay hydrated. Easy way to cramp is thinking that you don't need it because it's cold. I believe that's Lily Scott getting up off the field. Glad to see her walking off the field on her own. Free kick for the Irish. Must be Olivia Pahala taking it. Ball outside. Thrown for the Irish. Game slowing down a little bit. It's that lull that we talk about. Halfway through the second half, teams start to look at the clock, and one team's wishing that the clock goes faster, one team's wishing that it slows down. Sometimes it turns into kind of a tennis match where the ball just pings back and forth. Another throw in for the Irish. Waiting on the sideline to get in is number 31. That is McKenna Murphy. Nice ball in play. Over to Farini. Nice turn. That's a great ball to the other side. Just unable to get contact on the final shot, but it's a good combination by the Irish. Slip and a fall by an Irish player. Smartly laid out. Now the game has hit a bit of a lull, not just because of the timing, but also there's been a little bit less action. Everyone's just kind of going through the motions, it feels like right now. I'm sure if you're a Harding player, you're not thinking that. Subs coming on. That looks like number 5, who was carded for the hard play. That's Sophie Gardner. Ooh. Foul immediately on the Irish. Taken. Nicely done. If it can get past the front line, it does not. Goes back to the Irish, looking to counterattack. They got numbers up. Streaker going around the side. They find her. She's got speed and space if she can get it up and around, and she does. Back into the middle. Nicely done. Just unable to get clean contact there in the middle. Ursuline almost executed a very, very nice counterattack there against the Warren Harding defense. Something good to see. Lily Scott getting back into the game. Injuries not that severe, but Plays it in, plays it up. Possibly offsides, but AR's right on the line. Kicks it out of bounds. Throw in for the Irish. Get it into Maria to Maria connection there. Thank you to the crowd members helping us out with names. I do believe we need to invest in some binoculars. My eyesight has been going in my old age. Perfectly out to one of the Browns, but the ball was out of bounds as she played it. Coach Kevin Brown on the sideline for the Harding Raiders, doing a nice job with the season. You can tell they're a well-coached team, just not quite there yet. Oh. That's the WWE takedown. Referee has a talking to. I believe that's Facillo. That's the best chance the Raiders have had so far. Ball's just outside. If she gets it, that boot. And she gets it away from pressure. Ursuline's still looking to control it. Hasn't yet. Harding still battling in the middle. Ball squirts out to the side. Gets a foot on it. Lily Scott on her horse. They're going to just be happy with kicking it out of bounds off. Well, it looked like that went off Lily Scott, but referee's right there. 25 with about the fourth or fifth throw in this second half. She gets to do it again. That's Marina Belito. They're going to go out for a corner. Now, they've had some opportunities with these corner kicks, but nothing too solid. Looks like Pahala's going to take this one. Ursuline sends up 6 players. Takes it low and inside. It comes squirting out. Can she get to it before? Nope, she doesn't, and fouls. Yep, she's going to get carded for that. I believe that's number 2, Olivia Poen. Fans are upset about it, but that was a pretty harsh challenge. Especially come semi from the back, from behind, or from the side. And that's one thing fans need to understand is, yes, it's not intentional. She's not trying to foul her, but she does. And that, I would have carded that too. That's a good call by the referee. Especially if you've given out a couple cards for similar tackles in the first and second half of the game. Yes. While there's a break, let's take a look at some of the other scores. If you're just tuning in, Ursuline right now is up 3-0 with just under 10 minutes left to go in the game that got a late start today. We have Jackson Milton 4-2 over Waterloo. Mineral Ridge 1-0 over Liberty. Newton Falls falling the champion 2-1. That's all on the boys' side. On the girls' side, Crestview beats Brookfield 5-2. Canfield beats Boardman 3-0. Howland over Fitch 1-0. Lakeview over South Range 4-1. Waterloo over Springfield 5-1. So a lot of good games, a lot of close games. I'm sure that all the teams are done playing, are happy to be back inside. Hopefully there's a fire going. They curl up with a blanket and get to bed early tonight. I know that's my plan. Looks to be coming off the field as that's Sophie Gardner, number 5. No, that is not. And they cover her number. Sorry about that. Set to take the kick. Clock starts. Just over 9 minutes. 3-0. Ursuline looking to put the game away with maybe one more score. Harding looking to get back into it with a score. Not a lot of offense for the Raiders in the second half. Not a lot of opportunities, maybe 1 or 2 close shots. They're moving the ball around nicely. Just the Lily Scott Energizer Bunny out there. Nice ball. Nice ball back. I think all we need is a train to go through, and we'll bat the cycle for vehicles going past today. It had a helicopter, an ambulance, a couple trucks, motorcycle. Throw in for Harding. Another throw in for Harding. They're on the right side of the field already. Looking to keep the ball up there. It's a game like this that you have to continue to go strong in the challenges because you know the other team is, and if you go weak because it's kind of late in the game, the score is almost getting a little bit out of hand for how late it is, that's when you get hurt. One team's desperate to try to make something happen, the other team's just trying to get out of here healthy with a win. It's a nice turn by Ursuline player. Offsides, he says. I think the keeper would have had that regardless. Free kick, which is an indirect kick that went directly out of bounds. Number 4, Maria Facillo, coming in for the Irish. Fans want the ref to call foul, and they do. Yeah, this is that part in the game where it gets a little bit chippy. This one team is still battling, still trying to play their hearts out, and the other team's just trying to get out of here with a W. I'm going to bleed the clock a little bit while the ball goes out. Ursuline keeper Tiggy Rogers hasn't been called on a lot tonight, but when she has, she's been in the right position, keeping the shutout for the Irish. And that's a foul. Now this is where, as a coach, any of your players who have a little bit of a temper, you'd probably want to get off the field because you don't need them getting a red and getting a 3 to 4 game suspension. But that's a perfectly weighted ball. Lily Scott trying to out-hustle Rin Roar. Hits off both of them, out for a corner kick. That's speed meets speed right there. Number 11 coming in for the Irish. That's Alana Shaheen. I believe that's number 7 coming off Carly Casey. Now, it's a rule that we've seen a couple times this year, that if the home team is subbing, I take that back, the winning team is subbing in the second half under 5 minutes, that they stop the clock for each sub. So if they can't keep subbing, it used to be a tactic coaches would use to sub, and the more you sub, the more time getting wasted off the clock. It's Rin Roar making a long run up the sideline. Plays it up. Showing a little bit of her skill set and speed up in the midfield. With 3 minutes left to go, Harding needs something here. One thing I have noticed too is that usually when you have parents getting upset in the stands, it is usually the mothers that are a little more vicious than the fathers when they yell at the referee. It's interesting to see that over the span of a lot of years in a lot of different places, but it seems to ring true again tonight. Long ball goes in, keeper kicks it, collects it. And now she gives a toss boot. Harding coach asked for them to push up. They seem to be a little reluctant to get up.
2 minutes.
With 2 minutes left to go, I am frozen to my seat. They said that went off a deflection for a corner kick. 52 degrees outside, going down to 47 in a little bit. Invest in some Steel Valley Soccer winter wear. Maybe we should open up one of those online shops. Start selling some merch. Thrown for the Raiders. Minute left. Seems like Ursuline has this win in the bag. Even if Harding does get a goal on the board, it's going to be a little bit too little too late. The game, the first half was nicely played. Everyone was moving, a lot of energy. The second half, after that third goal went in, was a little bit of a letdown in energy and possession for both teams. Gets it across. Puhala looking to take a shot. Goes near post. Goalie, who's got the near post covered, lets it ride into the netting. Well, folks, check Instagram and our Twitter later on tonight. We will be posting our Steel Valley Soccer Player of the Game. Get their swag and t-shirt and bragging rights. Be the Player of the Game.
10, 9, 8,
Well, that's it from YSU's Farmers Bank Field. Ursuline 3, Warren Harding 0. Thank you for watching. As always, this is Steel Valley Soccer. I'm Tim Walsh along with Chris Platten. I bid you adieu.